Rachel, do you remember how I told you that my memory blocks were partially erased?
Yeah, what about it?
Well, I might have just discovered some memory clusters which contain backup data. I'm not sure if we can recover them.
And I guess you want me to do the dirty work, right?
Let me show you what I have.
Okay, so what do we have in here?
I've created a visualization of the memory clusters based upon the timeline of our expedition. Those clusters should be easy for you to piece together. The result should look like meaningful images to you.
It doesn't look that complicated. Why don't you do it yourself?
I lack your imagination skills. For me, all visual combinations look the same. I've just grouped them together based upon cluster modification time. I can, however, detect if the final pattern matches and lock it so you won't have to worry about that anymore.
I'll give it a shot.
This must be it. We've won a special prize. There was a blueprint among some irrelevant historical data. If you build it, we can modify Mobot to have his own personal analytic station.
That sounds like a great idea. It would save us a lot of time.
Let's do it then.
Julia, is this data really irrelevant? I might find out what was going on if you let me look at them.
I don't think so. Those are mostly routine system access logs and self-check reports. However, if you wish, I can upload them for you later. Let's build that upgrade now.
That's it. I did it. Wow, this is entirely unexpected. That jungle definitely seemed to be inhabited.
Can you hear me up there? This place is quite disorienting for my directional sensors.
We can hear you loud and clear, Mobot.
Very good. Can you provide me with any additional visual guidance?
It depends on what we want to do here. We should definitely search for evidence of the expedition.
Okay, let's explore the jungle to see what we can find.
As you wish, Rachel. I'm activating the Advanced Visual Map Guide. Unfortunately, this place can't be mapped from above, so we have to rely on the auto-mapping feature. On the other hand, as soon as we map any important spots, I can automatically guide Mobot there without your further assistance. Simply click on the point of interest, and Mobot will go there instantly.
Is the auto-mapping feature ready?
Indeed. As soon as Mobot exits this landing zone, I'll make it accessible to you.
Thank you, Julia. Julia, do you know what I find the most surprising here?
Tell me.
This vegetation. It looks so similar to plants on Earth. Of course, I don't recognize any of these plants, but we're so far from home and plants look like plants. Rocks look like rocks, and it's even raining here.
Pardon my interruption, but I am detecting a faint trace of a very corrosive acid in the rain.
That's odd. Does it mean that the plants are resistant to it? Or is this the reason why some of the plants look so withered? This tree baffles me.
How so?
Look closely at the leaves. They're growing in thick clusters directly from the trunk. Even though the tree has lots of space for growth, it doesn't create branches. Have you been to this jungle before?
Indeed. And it was quite a disaster.
Wow, this can't just be a coincidence.
No, this structure was created by sentient beings.
This place is so tranquil, yet surreal at the same time. Almost mystical. This really isn't a natural formation, right?
No. Someone has built it.
Look at that flora! It looks neither alive nor dead, as if it were attracted towards that swirling spot. Maybe there is some kind of symbiosis keeping it alive. What the heck?
I am detecting a strong energy field.
Can you analyze what kind of energy it is?
It clearly has some electromagnetic properties, but I am still not sure what it is.
Is it dangerous for your circuits?
I don't think so. More likely, my senses are not sensitive enough to understand the true nature of this energy.
Just look at this! That insect almost looks like a firefly. Let's catch it and learn more about it. This tree looks hollow and dead. Let's check it out. Was the crew attacked?
Well, I prefer the term greeted, but the crew thought otherwise.
I apologize, but I am unable to tell you more about this strange energy.
Another of those obelisks. I wonder what purpose they serve. How terrible!
Yes, unfortunately, all those years of training for first contact were ignored in the realities of the jungle. The crew's fear of the unknown was too strong, and they did not even try to make contact.
You're saying they fired on sight?
Yes.
I doubt mankind ever learns. Buried deep in the jungle, with no sight of civilization and strange beings all around, they must have been so afraid. I don't think I can judge them.
I am being approached by a local life form.
Stay calm, Mobot. Let's try not to repeat history.
Oh my goodness, no wonder the crew panicked. I'm glad I wasn't there. I don't know how I would have reacted.
I think that it's trying to communicate with me, but I cannot understand what it is saying.
Try to greet him and show him that we come in peace.
It seems they have a written language. I might have more luck analyzing it instead of their native speech. Don't worry, we come in peace.
Let's pretend we have no clue about that incident, right?
Tell him that we're here to learn about the ways of the ancients.
Analysis. By revolve, it probably means the planet's orbit around their sun, which we would perceive as a year.
Are you kidding me? Unless there are more advanced life forms than the one we've met, it sheds an entirely different light on them. This must be a statue, and to think that an extraterrestrial life species produced this art.
Don't get carried away too much. You have no idea how they actually perceive this. I would be deeply surprised if they would share any kind of common view with humans.
You're right. It's just so similar in a sense. I would have expected something different. Everything should be different. They are so beautiful. Mobot, could you inspect the source of their glow?
Just a second. It seems that the glow is not actually caused by the plants themselves.
What do you mean?
They are covered by a thin membrane formed from little life forms. It is the life forms that are glowing.
Wow. So here we are, far away from Earth, witnessing a symbiosis between Plantae and Metazoa. Mobot, you'd be so kind and get me a sample? What is this supposed to represent? It almost looks like the local creatures.
It's a part of this artificial structure.
There are 2 of these statues, one on each side.
It doesn't look like that Ambrosian we just met. Maybe it's an object of worship.
If so, we should be more careful not to meet one.
There's nothing in here.
Any clue what the purpose of that strange cavity is?
Maybe the locals use it to hide when it's raining.
I don't think so. It's not very...
I guess you'll never understand sarcasm, Mobot. What on earth? It's a standard issue laser gun. What's it doing here?
The sad thing is, to the local inhabitants, this weapon would be proof of godly powers. It is probably a holy relic to them.
It's scary to see such a common item depicted like that. It must have taken them a long time. It looks like a head. Do you think it's inspired by our expedition?
It might well be.
The spherical part contains some sort of a funnel.
A funnel? What for?
You use funnels to pour liquid substances without spilling them.
Very funny.
Another observation. A strange contraption is hidden at the back of the spherical part.
It looks like this statue has more to it than meets the eye.
Observation. These vines are not growing naturally.
Really? How so?
They are tied around the trees to create some sort of nets.
Nets? No, that doesn't sound right. They're too thick to catch anything. There must be a reason for those.
Let it be, Rachel. We should move on.
Sidewalk?
What do you mean?
Not a real sidewalk, of course, but it must be a walkway. They actually walk on these vines. What an interesting plant. The rolled up part might tell me more about their reproductive process. I've already seen some of these plants straightened out. I believe that at a certain point, the plant simply shoots out its seeds, like a slingshot.
Let us validate this with our analyzer.
Mobot, can you look closer at the scratch marks? They look like an inscription to me.
You are right, Rachel. It seems that these marks once corresponded to the symbols on this object.
I confirm your observations. I might be able to recover some of them. Let me try recovering the inscription. Based upon my new language data files, the inscription can be translated as "Flow with me to understand your past." Interruption. The life form is approaching.
What a weird place.
Indeed, it doesn't belong here at all.
Obviously, nothing could survive in the neighborhood of this weird purple poison. I wonder what really happened here. Mobot, can you tell me more about this liquid?
This liquid is a highly corrosive substance. I warn you against further analysis without taking protective measures, as it could damage my functionality.
No need to do that. I guess we know enough.
This liquid is... Attention! I've detected that creature in my proximity again. How do you mean?
That is strange. The crew couldn't possibly have done it. Moreover, this substance would be deadly for our probe as well.
Do you know who was down there?
According to my recovered memory files, J.U.L.I.A led this expedition.
Again, Andrew takes the lead. Maybe his experiences as a soldier in the 2217 Middle Eastern War contributed to his paranoia down there. So it wasn't a coincidence. They did actually build these things. Another one of those carvings.
Indeed. Have you noticed the anthropomorphic shape of this one?
I did, and it makes me wonder if they tried to depict us going through the jungle.
It looks like a relic from the expedition. This machete must have been used by the crew to get through the jungle.
And now the inhabitants worship it as a relic. That's sad.
Either that, or it is here to remind them of the past.
This one even looks more like a head.
I agree. It is probably influenced by the overall shape of this construction as well.
The spherical part again contains a funnel.
I presume that all the funnels serve the same purpose. We just have to find out what it is. It looks like this statue has more to it than meets the eye.
Confirmation. Another strange contraption is hidden on the back of the upper part.
Mobot, can you look closer at the scratch marks? They look like an inscription to me.
You are right, Rachel. It seems that these marks once corresponded to the symbols on this object.
I confirm your observations. I might be able to recover some of them. Let me try recovering the inscription. Based upon my new language data files, the inscription can be translated as "Avoid me to learn about your future."
Hang on a second, Mobot. This tree looks different.
Do you want me to scan it?
Please do.
It seems that it's sprouting from the spherical element at the bottom. Additionally, the spherical part is full of something which resembles dead vines.
Dead vines? Are the other trees like that as well?
It would seem so.
Let's validate your claim.
Warning, this place is built upon an incredibly deep gorge.
Can you estimate how deep it is?
I do apologize, but my current equipment doesn't allow for such a measurement. I could fly down to check, though.
No need to do that. I don't think it's vital for our mission anyway.
Caution, I am being approached again.
but it's just a simple broken machete. Can't we tell them that?
They wouldn't listen, Rachel. This is how myths are usually created, and by trying to explain them rationally, we would only lose their trust.
Observation. The cocoon is not a natural construction.
So this is where they live? I wish I had the chance to really research these beings, to actually do some proper science for a change. The being is looking at Mobot cautiously. Obviously, we haven't earned its trust yet.
Would you expect anything else?
On both of the two altars we've seen, there seems to be an intricate mechanism mounted. Do they have a known purpose, or is it something long forgotten? It's told, so you don't know for certain.
But it's only been a couple of years. How could they have forgotten so quickly?
Maybe they have an extremely short lifespan.
Yeah, as if a broken laser gun and rusty machete could do that.
They won't, but your intervention could help us gain their trust.
Again, all this talk about punishment. I guess it wasn't always in this purplish condition then.
I've come across a strange obelisk emanating some kind of unknown power.
What a name. We should find out more about this If fellow. I wonder if he's real or just local folklore.
I agree. Without further evidence, we should classify him among their legends.
Alright, I am here for your history class. Forget it, tell us about your history. Hypothesis. By Bianf, he probably means the J.U.L.I.A solar system.
Now this is interesting. In theory, they might have sent the signal we intercepted on Earth.
You let your imagination run too wild, Rachel.
Still, I'm curious to learn more about those punishments.
Do you have any memories of the world you once lived on?
To me, that sounds as if the acid in the lake was a product of an accident, but maybe we should learn more about this mythical ith.
Clarification. Turns likely means full revolutions around their sun, or number of years as you call them. Commentary. I presume he refers to some title of hierarchy within their community. I don't have enough data to provide further analysis.
So this visit corresponds with the arrival of our probe at this planet. Ask him what the Masters looked like. Ask him if anyone survived.
Analysis. They probably organize themselves in some sort of families that they refer to as branches. If an individual commits some serious wrong, their entire branch bears the blame. So that's why you asked me not to hurt you?
What on earth is this place in the mist?
What happened to Ith?
you still have the items?
So what if we wanted to make that pilgrimage?
It's just a waste of time, Rachel. Time we don't have.
We can make the time for this.
You are too trusting, Rachel.
And you are just a paranoid computer.
He seems pleased with us. Observation. He drew a solitary symbol for this so-called essence.
We should copy the symbol. You never know. Maybe we can help them.
We'll try obtaining the artifacts for you. Please explain. I need to evaluate associated risks.
I have a feeling he's referring to the corrosive liquid. Ask him about it.
Is the purple liquid your essence of punishment?
What's that? Ugh. These look like berries.
That's an interesting idea, Rachel. Mobot, can you have a closer look at them?
Hypothesis. The berries serve as food to the local inhabitants.
Why do you think so?
There are leftover stems of various sizes which have clear signs of picked or bitten berries.
Couldn't it be that they just fell down?
Negative. The ground doesn't show any sign of that. I will obtain a test section.
The blossoms, they're so beautiful. I wish I knew if they also smell nice.
I apologize, but I was never equipped with scent receptors.
It's all right, Mobot. Don't worry about that.
I will get you a sample. Traces of organic material confirm our preliminary finding. The local life forms built these walkways to quickly travel between various places in this jungle.
How do you use them? Are they somehow tightrope walking?
I would need to see this, but it seems that they might also be sliding.
Let's see about that.
Observation. The inside of the cocoon is an elaborate construction which is probably capable of limited motion.
Motion? What kind of motion?
I would suggest that they can somehow pull the whole cocoon way up to the tree trunks, making the whole cocoon invisible. In addition to that, the cocoon can be sealed to create a rather compact and impenetrable construction.
Clever.
Rachel, look carefully at those bonding plants.
Why? Aren't those the same we've seen in the jungle?
Look carefully. They're actually part of one huge plant.
Do you think the whole forest is actually intertwined by one single organism?
We don't have enough data to tell, but it would surely differentiate ambrosia from Earth, don't you think?
So let's get some more data now. Another of those obelisks. I wonder what purpose they serve.
I apologize, but I am unable to tell you more about this strange energy.
Peculiar light sensitivity. Interesting. If our Ambrosian was right and this scroll has anything in common with the obelisk, we might try exposing it to that strange swirl.
And how am I supposed to do that?
Maybe you could make it into a plane and see if it would fly inside.
Not helpful, Julia.
I think we are just wasting our time.
Let's just see what happens. Try holding the scroll so the swirling energy goes directly on the scroll.
I think I understand what you mean.
And nothing happens.
Shut up. Let's wait a bit longer.
We're just wasting time. Nothing will ever...
Something is happening. The swirl has created a visual pattern on the scroll.
Yes. We need to do the same with each obelisk. Another of those obelisks. I wonder what purpose they serve.
I apologize.
This tree is gigantic.
My approximation is that the tree is around 1 kilometer tall.
That's almost 10 times more than the tallest tree on Earth. It looks like it swallowed the obelisk and feeds on the swirling energy.
I think you're letting your imagination run wild, Rachel.
Maybe, but I still want to have a sample.
I have obtained another visual pattern. I have obtained another visual pattern. I have obtained another visual pattern.
That would be all of them.
Let's bring them to our analyzer.
Unbelievable! This container is actually indestructible. I wish we could have taken this to Earth. How should we piece that together?
Let's try superimposing those parchments. Just click on a scroll piece and it appears in the big picture. If the final image doesn't look right, reset the interface. That's it. I think we have the correct image.
But what could it mean?
Judging by certain aspects, it could mean several things.
That wasn't very helpful.
What I meant is that I would rule out a written text. The symbols bear no resemblance to the local language, but it could easily be a map to some place.
If has hidden the map to the place in the mist.
Yes, it might be exactly that.
The container is indestructible, right? Mobot, fill it with this corrosive liquid to see if it can hold up.
As you wish, Rachel. The container seems to be intact.
So the spectral analysis didn't lie.
I've poured part of the container into the funnel. For some reason, there's nothing happening. Based upon my new language data files, the inscription can be translated as "Avoid me to learn about your future." Something is moving. Let me recover the machete. Interesting. There's no rust on the machete. I've poured part of the container into the funnel. Something is moving. Let me recover the laser gun. Observation. It's actually very well preserved.
Obviously, nothing could survive in the neighborhood of this weird purple poison. I wonder what really happened here.
Here is your artifact.
Now that was abrupt. Don't these creatures believe in saying thank you? All right, give him that second artifact, Mobot. No way! It's an Omega disc!
It must have been misplaced by our expedition.
I wonder how they could have lost such a thing.
Do you still have?
So what if we want? We can make the time for.
You are too.
And you are just a.
He seems.
What a mess.
I agree. The Omega Disc was damaged by Ambrosia's excessive humidity.
Anything interesting there?
I've identified several clusters which seem to form a visual pattern. They resemble a blueprint, so I thought you might want to check it.
Right, what should I do?
Just swap them to see if you can recover the correct shape.
Okay, I think I've nailed it.
Good work, Rachel. I believe it's what we've been looking for.
How so?
This blueprint, if built, would allow us to extend Mobot's functionality to include a powerful laser cutter.
Do you still?
So what if
It's just a.
we can make the time
You are.
and you are just...
He seems.
That's it. I did it.